Hello everyone, Michelle here. Welcome. I have a St. Patrick's Day DIY for you today. In today's crafting adventure, I'm going to be using one of the Dollar Tree's new wreath rails, and this is the St. Patrick's Day truck. This is a new product that they came out with this year. This is the little tag. I really do like these, and I'm interested in checking it out and seeing how well this comes out. So this is what we're going to work on today. The first thing we want to do is get a good base coat here on our wreath rail. And the color I've chosen is this one, and let's see, it is Country Twill, and this is by Folk Art. It is a matte color. It is just basically your medium beige. I want a nice neutral color on the base, and then I'm going to go in and add some detail to the truck. My base coat is nice and dry. I'm happy with the color. Now I'm going to go in and add some detail. I'm going to start here with the tires, and I'm going to be using the Craft Wise chalkboard paint in black. The tires are done. Now I'm going to do a base coat here on my clover. I have this really pretty dark green. This is by Folk Art Multi-Surface Satin 2917 Classic Green. And then I'm going to mix in a little bit of the Spring Green by Apple Barrel. This is I'm going to use to do a little bit of highlighting. But the first thing is I want to get a good coat of the dark green over my base. So I have a good base coat on there, and my paint is still wet. So now while it's still wet, I'm going to go in with a little bit of the lighter color. And I just kind of want to add a little bit of highlights of where I think they would be. And I'm just going to kind of blend it in. Just kind of tap over it so it blends right in. This way, as I'm tapping, it's blending in with the darker paint, so you don't look like you get little streaks. And it also adds more texture. I like that. It adds a lot more texture to that clover, having a little bit of that lighter green mixed in. And just by tapping the two when they're wet, you can get them to blend together and look really pretty. Now I'm going to let this dry before I move on to the next step. Now my paint is dry. I did end up going in with some silver paint, and I hit a little here for the bumper in the front and in the back, and then right here looked like a little grill to me, so I added a little bit of silver there as well. Everything is dry. Now I'm going to go in with a brown permanent Sharpie, and I want to add a little bit more detail to my truck. So here where the door is, just kind of estimate approximately where that door is. And there's a bumper back here, one in the front. I'm going to bring my stem down a little bit further so it looks like it's in the truck. I like that much better now. It looks like it's sitting in the back of the truck. Now you can add as much or as little detail as you'd like. Just go in and have some fun. Now the last thing I want to add before we start putting our mesh on is I'm going to add one of these clovers that I got off of a window cling for the St. Patrick's Day. I want to put it right here on the door. I really like that. I think that's the perfect size. And to attach it, I'm just going to be using some matte Mod Podge. Just going to lay a little bit down here where I want to place it. Okay, find your placing. And I'm going to put a little bit right over the top. Make sure I get all the ends down. Now so that the rest of my sign has the same finish, I'm going to go over it with the Mod Podge. The truck anyway. I want it to have the same look. So I have a nice coat of Mod Podge over the truck. Now I need to let this fully dry, and then we can move forward and start adding our mesh and our other embellishments. You'll also need some decorative mesh. I have one roll of gold, white, green, And this is half a roll of the jute colored. This is 6 inches by 30. I picked that up, I believe, at Joann's or Hobby Lobby. The rest of these came from Dollar Tree. You want to cut your mesh into strips at 6 inches. We're going to be doing the curl method today. You'll also need some pipe cleaners cut in half. We're going to be making 2 different bundles today. Now both bundles will have a piece of the jute colored mesh and a piece of the dark green. And then I'm going to alternate between the white and the gold. These are pretty light in color, so I don't want too much of them in there, but I do want a little, so that's why I'm going to be alternating those 2 colors. And the curl method is relatively easy to do. I'm going to be using my bow dabber to help me hold my bundles. If you don't have a bow maker, you can also use a clip. So I have my piece of mesh cut at 6 inches. Start at one end and do a gentle roll. You don't want to go too small. I usually say about the size of a fat cigar or a quarter. If you try to roll it too tight, you'll have issues. What happens is here on the end, your inside will stick out a lot, and then you end up having a lot of fraying. And just wrap your pipe cleaner around, pull it to the back. I always like to pull everything down so I can get a nice tight grip. Pinch right at the base and give a good twist. Okay, that's what your bundle should look like. Then your other bundle, instead of the white, you'll use the gold. These are the 2 bundles you'll be making for the wreath. The Mod Podge is all dry. Now before we start adding our bundles, I want to put a hanger on. So you'll need a full-length pipe cleaner. We're going to attach it right here to this top rail. So wrap it around the rail, and you want to take the 2 ends and twist them a couple times. That, and then you take a short end, you wrap it around one of the long ones. You do that to both sides, like that. Then I take that mess and I pull that down to the bottom, and then pull it together and give it a twist. This is the loop that you're going to use to hang your project. If you want to, you can also hit it with a little bit of hot glue so that it doesn't move. But I actually like that it can move back and forth. That way, if you need to adjust it to one side or the other a little bit so that it hangs straight, you can. Now we're going to add our bundles. And we're going to be adding our bundles to this middle rail and the bottom rail. If I need to, we can add maybe 1 or 2 at the very end, but we'll see how it fills in. You just take your pipe cleaners and you wrap it around the rail, pull it to the back and give a good twist. Then on this one, I am going to trim down my pipe cleaners, and then I'm just going to fold them down so they lay nice and flat. And you just want to alternate between the 2 bundles. So you have the one with the gold, and then one with white. One with gold, one with white. Once you get your bundle on there, just push it over. We'll see how many bundles it takes to fill in the rail. I have all my bundles of my mesh on my rail and I'm really happy with it. I like how it looks. So I attached 10 bundles to the center rail and then I attached 6 bundles to the bottom rail. So this only took a total of 16 bundles to do this rail, which I really like, and I like how thick and full it looks. We're going to do our bow now. I'm going to be using this ribbon. I think it's so cute. It has all these really cute little gnomes on it, and it has a faux burlap background. You will need to cut 3 strips at 12 inches of your ribbon. I have my 3 pieces of ribbon cut. You're also going to need a full-length pipe cleaner. On 2 pieces of your ribbon, you want to pull the ends together and cross them over each other by about an inch. Kind of find your center. And then I'm just going to add a couple drops of hot glue to keep it together. You want to do that to 2 of the 12-inch pieces of ribbon. And scrunch right down the center, pinch, scrunch down the center, place one on top of each other like that. Take your 3rd piece of ribbon and find the center, scrunch down the center and add that in the back. Then take your pipe cleaner and wrap it around the center. Pull it to the back, get it nice and snug, and give it a good twist. Quick and easy, cute little bow. Now for the center of our bow, to cover up our pipe cleaner, you want to cut a piece that's about 3 inches, and then you want to fold it in on itself so that it's only about a 1/2 inch, like that. And we're going to wrap that right around the center. I'm going to make that a little thinner. Add a little dab of hot glue to keep it all folded together. I like that better. Then I'm just going to wrap that right around the center. We're going to glue it down in the back here. Make sure that your pipe cleaners are open. Now doesn't that look adorable? Really cute, simple, easy bow. Now I will trim my tails once I get it on my rail. I have a better idea of how long I want to keep them once I get it placed. I want to place my bow here on this side. I'm thinking right about there. I think that's cute. I'm just going to use my pipe cleaners, and I'm going to feed it down through the deco mesh and attach it to the rail here in the back. So I kind of play with its placement, see how you like it. I think that looks good. And I like my tails about the length they are, so I'm just going to dovetail them. I think that's so adorable. Dollar Tree also got these really cute little gnome ornaments in, and they do come 2 to a pack. So this is how they come. All I did was cut the ribbon part off here at the top. I'm only going to be using one. But I really like him. I think he's really adorable, and he has all the right colors. He has that little bit of gold and then the dark green. Very cute. So I want to place him here kind of opposite from my bow. And I'm just going to hot glue him in. I think he's really cute. He's lightweight, so I shouldn't have any issues about him falling off. So once you get his placement, just add a good amount of hot glue and then nestle him down inside your mesh. Absolutely adorable. I'm also going to be adding some of these shamrock picks. They come in a package of 6. I absolutely love these. I use them all the time in centerpieces, table decor, and wreaths. You just need to decide where you want to place your picks, and depending on if you want them kind of sticking out or if you want them a little bit more nestled in will depend on how long you want to leave your stake. And then to attach these, you just want to add some hot glue and then get them nestled in the mesh. I'm going to get the rest of my picks glued in. And there you go. We are all finished. I'm very pleased with the end result. I think it came out absolutely adorable. I really like the embellishments that I used, and I love the color tones that I pulled out in the truck. Now this is a fun, easy, and budget-friendly craft. You can make this craft for about $10. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up and show me some love in the comments. And if you know anyone who would enjoy my content, please share it with them. Thank you so much for stopping by. You know it's always a pleasure to see you. If you enjoy craft tutorials and hauls, make sure to check out these videos. You have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next video.